Hello, everyone, and this is going to be the reading for the super new moon in Aquarius that we are having on the 18th. Um, yeah, 18th. Did I say the 18th? I meant the 21st. Really funny. Sam's coming in and totally interrupting. Right, Sam? Are you interrupting? Where are you? I caught you on camera. All right, in or out? All right. Normally, I would edit that and stop it and start it again, but I'm not. It's later at night, and I'd like to get this done. Anyway, something is definitely going on in the universe. I've had people contacting me right, left, and center, asking that exact question, like, "What is going on?" There's something shifting and changing, and I'm able to see things and that kind of thing. So, yay! Welcome to the new age, everyone. Yeah, it's finally here. It doesn't always feel like it, but it's starting to come in. So, I am going to save a lot of the information that I have written down because it's more what I sort of researched and studied is the um, the new um, the new Lunar New Year. So I always like Lunar New Year much better than our Gregorian calendar year. I mean, I know it turns the year over, but I think energetically and mystically, Chinese New Year has a much more potent, I guess it shouldn't just say Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year. So, the focus, we're going to just focus on the moon for this moon reading in Aquarius, and all of the stuff for Year of the Rabbit I'm going to put into Holding Space Sunday portion, and we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about what's going on. But let's talk a little bit about that now, because it seems like, yeah, and these are people that are contacting me that are, they're in the spiritual vibe, but more in and out of it, and it's not their be all end all of their life like it is for you and I. Um, but they're starting to sense and see and feel things. So it's exciting times, you guys. It's been a long time that we've been, you know, needing this change to come in, and I can't help but think it's here, and it's going to continue. So we'll also talk about that in Holding Space Sunday as well. 'Cause it is, I know people keep asking me, like, when is this going to end? And I'm like, it's not. It's just building. So, uh, you know, pull up your bootstraps and strap yourself in and buckle up because it's go time apparently. Anyway, okay, let's get into this Aquarius new moon. It is a super moon, meaning so it's definitely going to amplify things. Um, Aquarius, the beautiful, beautiful Aquarius energy that we need right now. This is going to help people open to their intuition and their abilities. So, the fact that people are already, we're a day out from it and people are starting to uh, tune in and see things. So, help those people out with patience and grace too, because sometimes when those things come in for the first time, it is frightening. It can be very disconcerting. And so, yeah, but I think the overall goal is just like, um, for the read for the week and for Holding Space Sunday is, and this read is, making sure that we, us, ourselves, our priority number one, that we're taking care of ourselves, we're keeping our vibration high, and we're enjoying the show, watching this stuff come in. I've seen over the last like 2 weeks, even though I've been ill, this last past weekend, lots of flashes of light out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, and I was walking, so I don't know why I thought this, but I thought I had like set off a photo radar, but I was just out in a park where there isn't photo radar. It was that kind of flash behind me. I've seen a couple portal doors as well recently, so the energy is definitely amping up. It's there, and I think our big job is to just enjoy it, observe it, and tap in and work with it a bit. Okay, let's just quickly talk about Aquarius though. So like we talked about the fact that that's like, it is the more esoteric pursuits. It is the more enlightened mind. It is, yeah, for all intents and purposes, is you could just read the lyrics to the Age of Aquarius. It's those kind of concepts. The big one that I want to focus on for this particular uh, video is that it's about, and we've slowly started to talk about this over the last couple of weeks, um, is that it's about friendship, brotherhood, and group. So, group being the most important piece. I think it's definitely our clarion call coming in to be gathering in groups of our like-minded people. Other people are picking up on this in things that I'm watching and reading. It's really important for us to start to get together in person, and working, even if we're not like doing a ceremony or a circle or reading cards or whatever we're doing. Even just when you're with your like-minded people, it having those discussions, um, about what's going on, and so that we're starting to connect and put the dots together, um, open these portal doors, or the ones that are opening, we're accessing and using. So yeah, that's going to be the focus for this reading. I think is really just use this moon. If you're doing ceremony, maybe just even if it's just you and a friend or two friends, um, maybe you want to go like have a bonfire down by the river or in someone's backyard, even though there's it's a new moon, so we're void of light. But yeah, like let's get together. It's time to come together. Find the others. Find your people. Come together with them. Oh, interesting. So the overall theme for this moon is a powerful move. Um, Interesting, and it's solar plexus. So yeah, it's like it's time for action. Um, yeah, it's like checkmate. We're taking over the game now. Yeah, that's what's happening. So moving forward, it's like we always talked about all this like lower energy was trying to distract us and hold us back and all of these things, but we're at the point of the game. Um, this is the world and where we live, and we're taking back the power. Sorry, checkmate, done, game over. uh, we want the planet to be its most harmonious, balanced, beautiful heaven on earth. We just talked about that in the last video, and it's time. So we're taking it back. But thanks for your weird low level agenda that you were trying to pull off, but you couldn't stop what was happening with the sun. The energy it's coming in, and we are ready to take it back. So that's what we're doing. Okay, we also got Merkaba activation for this moon. Transcendence, ascension, you're rising up. Good times. Um, that being said, though, I just want to point out the Merkaba. So, like, you, we could spend a whole video talking about this, and maybe sometime I'll do a meditation on activating the Merkaba, but you can see the basic sort of shape of it here. It's basically that it creates a spaceship around you. It is your sort of galactic natural protection and spaceship. So with this moon too, just make sure you are in your highest frequency, but just ask for your little Merkaba protection too. So even if you can't visualize it, just ask your guides to to envelop you in that, so that when you are out in public and doing those sorts of things, you have a little layer of protection against any lower energy. Not that I don't think we have a ton to worry about. Wow, our time's up. Anyway, let's look at what the moon is saying for us, and we'll move forward from there. Yeah, it's interesting. Like you know, having been sick, and I just literally did nothing. Um, but it was an important time to like do nothing. I feel like, oops, oftentimes. Okay. Anyway, let's do 3 of the Moonology cards and see what we're dealing with there. Oop, there's 2. All right. Okay. So the first thing we got is you are good enough. So just keeping the reminder that, you know, you do have these abilities. We are all capable of tapping into our intuition, you know, wearing our little Merkaba, even though you probably are like, what the hell is that girl talking about? But the key piece is like just remembering you are a part of the shift. If the shift is happening, um, you are good enough. You know, just be kind to yourself because you're supposed to be here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be hearing this information. You'd still be sleeping in your bed, right, in your life, and just not noticing any of these things. We also got a new moon in Aries, which is it's time to take action. Yeah, so also, I mean, that did happen this week, so we kind of touched on that briefly in the weekly read, but the key piece was that, you know, Mercury and Mars both came out of retrograde and moved forward. So it's just like opening the doors to, yeah, taking action. Whereas before, those last couple weeks have felt really like we were slogging through the mud, or we just had a lot of pressure put on us. It's just like it felt like nothing was going anywhere, no movement, that kind of thing. So just knowing that that heavy time with both of them moving forward has lifted. We're still a couple days just into it, so it might take a little bit of time for you to slough that mud off you. But that happening when Mercury went direct on the 18th, um, it was, you know, the gate. They're calling it the gateway opener. So that portal, that gateway, is now open. Um, so again, the things we're looking at with that though is that there was like deeper awareness is coming through. Our thoughts are starting to change on things. Truths are being revealed. That's just always going to be a constant for the next couple of years. But the energy is definitely moving forward, and we're getting to a place of seeing clarity, solutions. We're just able to communicate better, um, which is good because, like we said, we should start moving into our groups. And we also got your dreams need a practical plan. So, yeah, this moon is about just spending that time, making sure that it's basically the same exact thing I just talked about in the last video, which was um, make sure you're keeping up doing the work of keeping your vibration high, and keeping your thoughts of the dreams you have um, like out there so that they're coming into reality, so that they're being manifested instead of slipping into the fear and the worry and then manifesting that, because it's that time is kind of over, um, and it's just time for us to step into this, if you want to call it the new age, the new way. um, it's just time for us to start using our intuition and things going. So yeah, we're getting our marching orders. That's basically as soon as Mars went direct, action, action, action. Um, Pull up your bootstraps. Let's go. Okay, so we also got Oh, the Swan Queen, which is transformation, intuition, and patience. I'm not going to say a lot about that card because it pretty much says it all. Our intuition is coming fully on board and online. We are transforming into a different way, a different person, a different way of being. Um, just have patience with yourself and flow and allow the process to happen. We also got the Sisters of the Seven Seasons, cycles of growth, natural law, divine order. Again, we've talked about this over the last couple of weeks too, right? It's like this is all divinely planned. It all has an order, a plan, a thing. Our job is not to is to like help integrate and and put the plan in place or like help it with its forward movement. But the bottom line is that like it's already the instructions are already there. We just are going to follow them. We're not trying to manipulate and change and make it work better or like or we have to put all this energy into it because otherwise it's not going to happen. It's like it's happening. And the degree of where you put yourself, meaning like how much energy you uh, put forward, um, but don't like misuse it, right? Like don't put it so far forward that you're just like exhausted all the time. It's like we're still in that, I don't want to say holding pattern now because we're getting the push to have a little more action, but you know, the things we need to do will start coming to us when we start tapping into intuition and everything. So it's just a matter of, again, it's kind of the same that it's been. It's like observe and ask and see what's going on. And when you see um, something you might want to investigate deeper, then investigate deeper or ask your guides for some assistance about you know, what action are we supposed to be taking this time. And then we also got the eyes of beauty, positive expectations and clarity. Yeah, that's what I said. This is what this moving forward of these two planets is bringing more clarity, more intuition, just more truth coming out. So and deeper awareness. So it's exciting and the big thing I think is don't let it scare you. Embrace this and enjoy it because it's that's what it's there for us. All right, I'm just still recovering from my cold, so starting to lose my voice. Um, so I'm just going to do these three and see what our what our action is with this moon. Okay, fun. Okay, so the first one we just talked about this, so I'm just gonna kind of show it. So we reiterate it. It's like release control. Okay, we're not in control of this, like the divine plan. We're just here to help facilitate and orchestrate it. We will get the knowledge and the information about what to do. It's kind of like, yeah, this big production's going on, and it's like you'll get a text, and it'll say, you need to do this, please, to help with this. So it's being in that right space um, for ourselves. So our job is self care, so that we're taking care of ourselves. We're at our optimal health, both like mentally, physically, spiritually. So, doing the best that we can to keep that vibration high and then just paying attention. And as your marching orders come in, taking action and going forward. So, it's going to be different for all of us, the kind of thing that we are going to be required to help facilitate. So, just keep yourself in the best vibration and alignment as possible, and then it will all come. It's all being divinely orchestrated. I love this too. So maybe just go and yeah, meditate, pray, whatever your practice is, and the answers will come. Right? It's like best way to surrender to the universe and to help is to just surrender. Surrender is the big thing. Is like asking, just sitting in meditation and saying, "How may I serve? What is it? What do I need to do?" because I'm here and I'm ready to go and I'm ready to help. So give me my instructions, basically. We also got, let's do this one first, is release your blocks. Um, that's always funny because like I think tree, this is tree in yoga, and it's one of the harder ones to do because you know you've got to have pretty good balance. But sometimes I find most times people can't do it because they trick themselves out of doing it because they let their mind take over and tell them they can't and those sort of things. So that's what I think this is like. Release those blocks, release that that voice inside that's telling you that you're not part of this and you're not capable. Because it's not true. We all have these innate gifts. We all have heightened intuition. We all have, and like I said, more of them are coming online almost daily for people. So it's just a matter of like observing and learning to work with it. So we also got step up and lead. So yeah, I know for me, like what that means. I'm supposed to be doing more classes and more group gatherings. So yeah, but I'm not sure. I feel like you may know what that means for you. So um, part of it is just like stepping up and not being small anymore, or not getting you know delving into the stuff because previously everybody's poo-pooed you and said, "Oh, that's just new age mumbo jumbo," and it's like the stepping up and saying, "Okay, this is who I am. If you want to come with me, let's go." But it might just be as simple as that, or maybe some of you want to start some groups. Like I said, it's time for us to come together in groups. So and face to face, like I feel like that's really important. No, it's tricky because some of us don't have people around us where we are. Um, but maybe it's time to, I don't know, maybe it's time to try to set up groups and try to get people together again. Okay, I don't know why, but I usually don't do these ones with this read. Um, but I just wanted to do the Yantra cards because transformations on the bottom of the deck. Oh, it's all about transformation. I was I'm also laughing because I always do. Like last year, I did 2022 is the year of magic, and I haven't put my word up for 23 yet um, because I didn't know. But over the course of the last, you know, 10 days, this word keeps coming up, the year of transformation. So yeah, that might have to be the theme. I was originally thinking maybe manifestation or something like that, but it sounds like it's transformation. We're going through, I just texted that to a friend who is somewhat spiritual and, knows about all of this stuff, but it was just like, and I just texted, she's like, what is going on? And I was like, we're in a huge transformational shift to a new way of doing things. Um, yeah, transformation. We're in it. We're in it. Okay. So we also got as an action card meditation, being mindful. I think that's our biggest space that we're supposed to be in right now. Like we're just letting uh, the divine order of things play out, and our big job is to be present and be at our best, meaning energetically and spiritually. Um, yeah, so just basically keep up that work. That's the work right now. We also got space and being infinite. Yeah, to me, that's just about what this is really about is that we're starting not just to commune with the divine, but we're starting to connect with the divine and understanding that we are the divine uh, on this level. And we're here to facilitate this big transformation that's happening. Some days, like even last week, I was like, nothing's happening, but I was sick, and you get miserable when you're sick. The last card is liberation, being detached. So that's the thing too, is like I keep saying to people, like, that's our biggest trip up as human beings is we feel like we need to manipulate and I gotta be manifesting and meditating constantly. No. Um, we need to just detach ourselves from this process. We've done a lot of the work already. Um, but like I said, keep up your energy and that kind of thing. The end goal is that we're heading to the liberation, right? It's that, it's this, it's checkmate. It's the liberation of the humans on this planet, all of us, all of the collective, not just, you know, not these people, just these people, not this group. It's all of us. We're all going. Where we go one, we go all. Liberation, the liberation of this planet. It's been under a very dark agenda for a very long time, and that time is done. So interesting. Yeah, the power move, the powerful move is being made. We're pulling checkmate, and it's going to be, it's not easy watching as that old structure crumbles, because it's all we know, and it's our job to design and build the new. So we're just being asked with this moon. What I feel is just be ready, be at your best, love yourself, keep working on what you want to see uh, this new energy and earth look like. Have compassion for yourself and others, and yeah, and start and let's get together. Let's start working in our groups, our brotherhood. I know I just take the connotation of, you want to say sisterhood, I don't care, whatever. I'm not attaching a gender to it, but brotherhood is like, yeah, it's just the coming together of like-minded souls to uh yeah, to create the new and to help kind of clear away the old. So that's what we're doing. All right, let's I feel like we need one more card. Let's do one more portal card, just to sum up the overall message of this Aquarian new supermoon and what's going on. Okay, and we also got the Akashic Stargate. Oh, it's so pretty. Anyway, aligned with purpose, crossroads, but no wrong path. Yeah, I feel like that's going on for a lot of people too, is they're like, I don't know which way to go and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, we have to surrender to the divine. Um, ask, ask your guides, ask your higher self, what is my next steps? What do I need to do? Um, yeah, and just align with that purpose, um, or ask what your purpose is, right? And then ask to be aligned to it. And just know that, like, it doesn't matter which path you take, the destination is the same. It's just going to be different things along the journey, right? So you're not going to get halfway down the path and realize it's a dead end and you shouldn't have picked that path and you got to go all the way back to the other one. I mean, sometimes that does happen, but I don't think that's what's happening anymore. It's just that there is gonna be a little bit of a choice point of which way you handle your energy and the way things are going around us. But just know we all come together at the end at the same place. So don't panic, don't freak out. Just keep taking care of yourself, keep manifesting. Um, Anything good. Let's just, we've really got to like lay off the feeding of the fears. I know I keep doing it myself. I keep catching myself and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that again? It's hard. It's an old system that we're tied to, that we've been living for, you know, past lifetimes and this lifetime, and it's hard to break that conditioning. Um, but it is possible and it is happening. That's the cool thing. So anyway, that was my read for the moon. I hope you liked it. Um, yeah, I will see you again for Holding Space Sunday on Sunday. And we're going to do a little focus around, I'm going to talk about two things. I'm going to talk about the event. Um, and so you may have heard that term thrown around. And so I'm just going to talk about what that looks like. And especially now that I've started to get all these texts from people, because people are starting to see something happening and they're like, like, what does this mean? And what are we supposed to do? So we'll talk about a little bit about the event, but the big thing we'll talk about is my favorite, which is Lunar New Year. I just find it a better calendar to follow. So, um, yeah, we're going to talk about this year of the, first of all, that we're in a 7 year, 2023, adds up to a seven, and what that means. And then we're going to talk about the year of the rabbit. So, and again, it's the water or yin and yin uh, rabbit, and just what that means. It's pretty actually encouraging because it's about hope and peace and harmony, and then creation, fertility, and rebirth. So it's perfect for where we are right now. And then the element of yin is that softer, kind of more feminine. So ushering in more feminine. And then, water, flow, trust, intuition. Um, yeah, so slowing down, but to focus on bringing in the new. So it's very exciting times, you guys. I really am encouraged by what's going on, and I'm glad that you're here on this journey with me. And if you think that you're seeing other people kind of start cluing in here, and you think that this might be beneficial, I will shamelessly plug, please share this video or any of the other ones that have resonated or mean something to you, um, and just subscribe or have, have friends subscribe, and we'll start building our community bigger. And hopefully soon we can all come together in person and really start creating and manifesting this brave, beautiful new world that is coming in for us. So exciting, exciting times. I love you guys. Make sure you take care of yourselves first and foremost. Again, self care, self care. And that's not just about, going to the spa and having a bath, but really taking care of yourself and your needs, and being honest and asking what those needs are and what you need above everything. All right. I love you. Take care. Good night.